Hello everyone, this is Andrew Mills from Know How LLC, and I wanted to share with you a quick little WordPress tip, wow, not enough coffee, forgive me, that you might find useful. Right now we're looking at my website, and you'll notice that on the left hand side we have a sidebar and there is a picture. And the way that's accomplished in WordPress is you have something called a widget, or a widget area I should say, and then you can drop widgets into the widget areas. Now this particular theme that I'm using has two widget areas, one for the main left hand side navigation and a much smaller one for the right hand side for the sidebar. And the specific widget I use to create that picture is the text widget. Let me scroll down, here we go. And the text widget allows you to basically copy and paste in any arbitrary text or HTML. So for example, you might go to Amazon's website and they might give you a snippet of HTML to include in your website to, if you have like an affiliate program type thing going on, that sort of thing. But in this case, I had to generate by hand some HTML. Now, I've been doing HTML for a long time, so for me this is kind of a second language. But not everybody knows HTML, and not everybody has the time or inclination to learn it. So what do we do if we don't know HTML and we need to create sort of a custom, like you want to put your picture or something similar, maybe a handwritten advertisement notice, that sort of thing, in a widget area? Do you have to go out and buy, HTML for Dummies or teach yourself HTML in 10 minutes? No. There's a much better way, a way that makes more sense, because the whole point of WordPress is to empower people who don't know how to create HTML and CSS type code so that they can publish on the internet as well without having to worry about all that. So let me show you a little workaround that you might find handy. You'll notice in the left, oh by the way, this is WordPress 3.2, so there might be some slight cosmetic differences if you have an older version. If you click on Add New under Pages, we're going to create a brand new page, and I'm going to call this HTML Scratchpad. You can call it whatever you like. I'm going to save it as a draft, but we're never going to actually publish, so never hit publish, just say draft. Okay, and then using the visual tab here, you see those two tabs on the sort of editor area, visual and HTML. We're going to use the visual tab to create our little, I'm going to basically recreate the same thing. So I've clicked on the add an image button, and you see I have a number of options up top here from computer, which means if I have it on my local hard drive, I can copy it up from my computer to the website. Or in this case, I'm going to pull it from my media library because it's already up in my media library. And I'll go ahead and pick this one. And then I have the option to enter, Andrew Mills. Geez, can't type this morning either. Caption, not going to worry about a caption. This is a picture of Andrew Mills, the owner of Know How LLC, and we're going to center it. We're going to do full size, and we're going to say insert into post. Okay, and you can obviously add, like if you had text above or beneath that you wanted to include, you would type that in as well, but for my purposes, to recreate what I already had on the page, this is exactly what we want. So now I'm going to switch back to the HTML tab. I'm going to select all of the HTML, I'm going to copy it, and we can go ahead and save the draft just in case we want to come back to it for some reason. And then go back to the widgets screen. Okay, and now I'm just going to create, now this isn't going to make any sense, I'm just doing the same thing over again basically. So I'm going to drag another text widget into the same widget area, the primary widget area that the existing picture is already contained in. I'm going to forego a title, but you could obviously put a title there if you wanted. And then I'm going to paste in the HTML that we generated on that sort of HTML Scratchpad page. And I will say save. And then let's switch back to the actual page itself, reload it, and Voila, how's that for you? So now we have two copies of the same thing. I'll go ahead and delete this later, obviously, but this one I did by handcrafting HTML. This one I did by creating the code in the visual editing tool of WordPress. So that's sort of a quick workaround for, I'll go ahead and delete that. There we go, so it's gone. That's a quick workaround for those of you who maybe don't know HTML or don't have time to learn it or the inclination, but still need to be able to create customized texts in your widget areas. So hope you found that useful. Drop me a line if there's anything else you're particularly interested in as far as WordPress.